Hello and happy Monday. The weekend has gone by. It was a beautiful weekend. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. I had a great weekend. Went to see a movie last night, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and amongst another, like a star-stellar cast. Like there was a ton of stars in this movie. It was really good, although I have to say there was a couple of gory parts. I'm not really the gory type girl, so it was a little bit much for me, and I was like going like this in front of my face so I wouldn't see some of this stuff. I'm just not that girl. I used to be years ago into that kind of stuff, but over time I just really am not interested in doing that. I'm gonna like fix this because I'm finding the way the sun is coming in, it is just a little bit glary. So my name is Leslie, and I want to talk to you about 3 ways to check yourself so that you start taking action. My name is Leslie Gadet. I'm an empowerment coach, and I help my clients get a handle on the mental clutter so they're freed up to pursue their dreams and aspirations and turn their visions for their lives into their realities. So today, as I said, it's all about how to start taking action. So I have talked about it in the past, but a lot of time people don't really, I don't know, it's like they can't do it. It's like they get in their own way. They get in their heads. They feel like, I can't do this, or oh, I'm going to do it later, like you procrastinate. So as I said, I was going to come up with 3 ways for you to check yourself. Like check yourself, if you're a hockey person and you know about checking in the boards, or checking your opponent, you're checking yourself so that you snap yourself out of it and start taking action. So number 1, eliminate excuses. Because I'll let you in on a little secret. We can always find something else to do. We can always talk ourselves out of doing something. That's just reality. It's how we're programmed, because there's always something maybe more fun, maybe more interesting, or just not as hard, and we're just not in the mood. But we can always find a way to talk ourselves out of doing something. For example, I'll give you some examples. You might tell yourself that you shouldn't apply. Like, for example, if you're working and you shouldn't apply for that new position at work because, well, you haven't been there long enough to even warrant to ask, to even be noticed. And maybe somebody else at your job is already more qualified, has been there longer, and they're way more qualified for the job. So you talk yourself out of even asking. Or you might tell yourself to wait before taking action on all of the things that you've learned to level up in maybe your new business. And instead you talk yourself out of doing anything because you think you just need to do a bit more research or prep work, or you need to get more coaching or something like that. Or you have to take another webinar or another workshop on how to do something. Because, you get a lot of like, oh, try this freebie, take my free workshop, or take my free webinar. Here's the answers to all of your questions. Here's the answers to every problem that you have. And so you stop yourself from actually implementing what you've already learned, and you keep yourself forever in the learning phase, and you never take action. Whatever you learn, in order for things to work, like you can learn and learn and learn, and you can take as many courses as you want, and you can take as many coaching sessions as you need, as you think you need, or you can go to school and get certifications. But unless you implement what you've learned, all you're doing is just learning and you're not doing. So think about that. Or you might try to convince yourself that you need more money to start your business, or more resources, or just more time to really figure it out before you get started. Here's the problem with that. How will you ever know if something works, like what you've learned, or it doesn't work if you don't try it, if you don't put what you've learned into action? So basically, all of the above are just excuses that we tell ourselves to justify why we haven't taken action. And the only reason that we make excuses is because we're afraid to fail. I bet you that is 100% the reason people don't take action, is because, okay, I've learned all of this stuff. I've got all of these tools, and I've I've got these certifications. Okay, now if I take action, what if I fail? Well, there's a possibility that you will. And the other thing is that we're maybe afraid to look like failures in front of others, to our peers, to people that we've been telling all along, this is what we're doing. And so we're afraid to look like a failure to others, believing that people are always watching and judging us. You know, I choose to believe that most of the people in my life want me to succeed, because I'm surrounding myself with those types of people. And I hope that you're surrounding yourself with people who support you as well. So number 2, stop waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment doesn't exist. If you think there's a magic pill for the perfect moment, then you are only fooling yourself. There is no perfect time to do anything. There is only the time to start, and that is right now. Decide that you are ready to stop wasting time and just start right now. Number 3, know that failure is a fact of life. Yes, I'll repeat that. Know that failure is a fact of life. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be the end of everything. See, people tend to, if they don't succeed the first time, a lot of the time they'll just stop, because they think, oh, I'm no good. Why bother? So you get in your head, you let that negative voice inside you tell you, why would you even try again? Why would you even go back to looking what you did and thinking that it would even be possible for you to figure out maybe a better way to do something? Who do you think you are? That's that negative voice. Tell it to be quiet. So if you fail and you don't get back on the horse, here's something I will tell you. You will have failed, but only you. You will only have failed yourself if you don't get back up. So be willing to get back up and dusting off your pants. Figure it out. Tweak it, make it better, and get back at it. Take the first step, then another, and the next one. The more that you're willing to keep going, the easier it will be for you to take action, and the more likely you will be to succeed. You know, Martin Luther King Jr. once said, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Very wise words. If we don't take the first step, how will we know? If we don't get back up after maybe something not working, how will we know? Do you want to live with regrets of what ifs? I know I don't. So be okay with making mistakes. The beauty is in the journey, because you not only learn about that which you have to tweak and make better, but you learn about you, what you're capable of. And one of the best things that you gain from that is that you grow into being the best version of you. So I'm going to go back over these three ways to check yourself, because a lot of the time we get in our own way. You know, we want things in life, but a lot of the time, number 1, we allow that negative voice inside our head to tell us that we're not worth it. Let that negative voice in our head tell us, why bother? Who do you think you are? Did someone all of a sudden tell you that you're great? You know, we tell ourselves these things, and the more we tell ourselves the negative things, the more we'll start to believe those things, and the more that becomes our reality. So I'm going to go back through these 3 ways to check yourself. You know, snap out of it. Eliminate excuses, because we can always find a way to talk ourselves out of doing something. But if you are willing to just say, you know what, I don't have time for excuses. I only have time for action. Do it for you. You know, as again, I said, the only reason we make excuses is because we're afraid to fail, or maybe looking like a failure to others. Guess what? You might have people that say to you, I told you so, that you couldn't do it. But if you are passionate, like really super passionate about something that you're doing with your life, that's something you want to do with your life, then don't let anyone else tell you that you can't do it. The only way you're going to know is if it's possible or not possible is if you take the first step. Put one foot in front of the other, as the saying goes. Number 2, stop waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment doesn't exist. There's no time like the present, really, because there's no perfect moment to do something. There's no perfect moment to have things in life that you think you want, that you think you're ready for, you're not ready for. You know, if you wait for the perfect moment, you're always going to be waiting. And if you think there's a magic pill for the perfect moment, you're only fooling you, because there is no perfect time to do anything. There's only time to start right now. So decide that you're ready and get at it. Just start. Take the first step. Number 3, know that failure is a fact of life, but it doesn't have to be the end of everything. If you fail and you don't get back up, then you will have failed, because you'll be failing you. But be willing to get back up. As I say, dust off your pants, take a look at what you were doing, figure out what didn't work, make it better, and get back at it. Try again, even if you fail again, because that gets you one step closer to doing it really amazing and having this amazing breakthrough that you would otherwise have missed if you didn't allow yourself to get back at it. Be okay with making the mistakes, because the beauty's in the journey, and learning about you is really amazing. You become the best version of you by allowing yourself to go through the journey. You will find out what you're capable of, but only if you allow yourself to start and take the action. And as I said, Martin Luther King Jr. just said, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. If you know somebody right now that maybe needed to hear this today, someone who could grow from this message, please feel free to share this message. Let's get the message out there that it's okay to be afraid, but it's not okay to just wait, to never take action, because you'll never know. If you want to live in the land of regret, then yes, go ahead, live in the land of regret. But if you are willing to do things for you because you feel and that you know that you are worth it, that you are worthy of taking a chance on yourself, then stop making excuses. It's time to check yourself, get out of your own way, and get into action. I hope that this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And if you have anything to say, please comment below. If you got any questions, maybe comments, let's start a dialogue. Share the video. Let's get this message out there. My name is Leslie Gaddad, and I'm an empowerment coach. I help my clients get a handle on their mental clutter so that they're freed up to pursue their dreams and aspirations and to turn their visions into the realities right now. But the only way that they know to do that, and they know this, is because they stop making excuses, they start taking action, so that whatever their dreams and aspirations are and the visions for their lives, they know that they're taking action to turn that into their reality. So I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and I will talk to you again quite soon. I hope. Have a great day. Bye.